bumper to bumper. We'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Doren. God bless you.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Chancellor Brewington, powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome into What's Brewing. Chancellor Brewington, Harrison Arns on the ones and twos, back in the studio, 1040 O Street. Brewington is not to my left. He's streaming in. If you guys want to join in, 402-464-5685. That is the Starting Haven text line. Chancellor Brewington, how's it going on a Monday night?
It's good, bro. How you doing, Harrison?
I'm doing pretty good. It's cold, not gonna lie. I understand why you're at home right now. It sucks outside, just being real. But
me.
I mean, it just sucks. I don't know what to say. It's February 10th. You can walk outside Nebraska and take a wild swing at what it's going to feel like. It's cold. But I will say the Lakers tip off with Luka at 9:30 here, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
How are we feeling about this?
I'm feeling good. I think, first of all, AD, he got hurt, Harrison.
Day-to-day Davis? Who would have thought?
Yeah, I mean, getting well acquainted to the medical staff. I mean, that's what people in all the comment sections of all the Instagram, all the Twitters was saying, that AD is going to get to know that medical staff real good. But honestly, though, like in all seriousness, it's unfortunate, of course, but the writing was on the wall for that. And I think that's why Rob Pelinka thought it was best for the Lakers moving forward. And I mean, LeBron, what was it, 2 nights ago, had, 40 point double.
Yeah.
And it was, he looks like he has flashes it's almost like every seventh game. He has a flash of I wouldn't say his prime self, because that's kind of hard to beat, but it's like he has a flash of.
It's his reserved prime, is how I'd put it.
Yeah.
It's like prime he literally reserved till he was in his 40s, and to tap into it. And
he's dunking over people, and he's like hitting logo threes, and it's ridiculous. But I think with LeBron playing at I would say a decent level. Honestly, I would say he's playing at a decent level. Adding Luka on top of that, man, I think it's going. I just want to see it, right? I want to see how it works, how they mesh together. Because at the end of the day, if they don't work, which the one thing about LeBron is he usually makes it work with people who know how to play the game of basketball. And if you watch Luka, he can definitely play the game of basketball.
Yeah, he's having an unreal year. Like, just looking at this, like, I did not realize he's having this good of a year. He's playing again. LeBron James was he officially 40? How old is LeBron now? You know his birthday at heart. Yeah, he's 40. So at 40 years old in the NBA,
You knew he was 40.
35 minutes. He's playing 35 minutes a game. He's averaging 25 points a game. He's shooting 51 at roundup, 52% from the floor. Damn near 40% from three, shooting 39% from three.
That's nuts.
And last year he shot 41%. So he's putting together like his best years of 3-point shooting. 7.8 rebounds, 9 assists, and a steal.
9 assists.
Now he's got Luka, and now that was all without Luka. Now he's got Luka there. Yeah, this Lakers might be a problem.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be a problem. They're gonna be a problem, and it's also like they're not playing bad. They're not playing bad. I mean, they're playing all right. Like they're playing all right basketball right now. They could be better. Could definitely be better. But
I think they're
and we talked
in the West though.
Yeah, so I think we talked about it, and definitely in the West for sure. The emergence of the Rockets have kind of shifted some things. And I would say the decline, I mean, the Mavs aren't what they were last year, right? So that's super different. But I think the emergence of the Rockers, the decline of the Mavs, the Suns kind of just being, just kind of show themselves and not really living up to expectations for real. Memphis playing good, OKC playing good. So, I mean, and obviously Golden State struggling right now. So the West is there's a tide shifting. And then we talk about it in the whole NBA, but specifically with the West, you're seeing this different dynamic, the young guys, the Jalen Greens, the Shai Gilgeous-Alexanders, I'm not sure where the Spurs are at, but that's a team to watch out for.
They're 23 and 28, right? So like this is
oh my goodness.
It's the defense. It's so bad. They rely on Victor Wembanyama to just block everything at the rim right now.
And he almost is.
He almost is. Like he really almost is. The dude's a freak. I don't know if you saw the one stat the other day, but he had if I was the statistician, I don't even know how to chart it up because the guy tries to throw the floater, just ends up getting stiff arm. It's like a block, steal, rebound all in one play. The dude's just a freak. And as soon as that team gets competent around him,
oh yeah,
I'm not crazy saying watch out for Victor Wembanyama. We put a thing up on YouTube, and I couldn't believe some of the comments. Some of the comments are like, well, just so you know, they're 12th in the league. Yeah, no, it's a young team, no crap. Like the potential is what you're talking about. Like I don't give a damn what they finished this year. It's what you got coming down the road. Like this guy is a rookie, and he's balling out. So yeah, I'm like, I keep your eyes on the Spurs. I understand they're 23 and 28. At the same time, though, especially in the West, like the groupings are like this: you lose 3 or win 3 in a row. I mean, you're going to sling all the way up from like 4 to 12. Like that's just kind of how it is in the West.
Yeah, and they added Fox, right? So
Fox is down there as well.
It's going to be a different story, and maybe they can put a run together at the end of the year, right? And make it interesting. But I'm not really more so talking about this year. I think next year, man, to have a summer together, be able to work out and train together in the offseason, I think that could be wonders for the league. I mean, for real. Like imagine if the Spurs are back to where the Spurs were. That could do some damage and put some pressure on OKC, because I feel like during the regular season the past few years, it's kind of just been the OKC show, and Memphis trickle in there, Suns have a good year in there, one of these years, whatever. But I think to put some pressure on them, but some young pressure, like guys that play every day. We talked about this. We had a good conversation. What was it, on Thursday or whatever, about the player load management and all this stuff. Well, you got a bunch of young guys right now that are playing. I mean, OKC, those guys are grinding out games. Like they're playing with each other, and they love playing with each other. Get another team in Memphis too. They're a young team, love playing with each other. Imagine getting another team in there, young team or the Rockets are a young team too, like playing with each other and playing a lot of games. I mean, imagine getting some more teams in there, like the Spurs. Because I mean, it sounds crazy, but man, there's some old teams right now. There are some old basketball teams. The Suns, I mean, you can make an argument that's an older basketball team. The Lakers, I mean, you got some older players, I would say.
Warriors are getting up there.
Warriors got some older pieces, and so
Mavericks, because they got rid of Luka, so now you're got Klay Thompson and Kyrie Irving. That's kind of your superstar dude, and Anthony Davis. I mean, that's old as hell. Your big 3 are old, and we just saw AD go out, not season ending, but he's going to be out for at least a few weeks at best. Yeah, I don't know. That's why, again, I want to ask you about this, because the more I look at this trade, dude, there's no way. Like, the Mavericks wanted to do this if they were planning on winning games. Like, hear me out. Tinfoil hat, just for a second. You can take it off. I won't make you keep it on. If the NBA's been losing money, and it's getting to the point where the NBA is almost getting worried because it's starting to feel like they're hemorrhaging money, and it's going on a few years in a row, and now there's this trend, and we've seen it. We've talked about it the other day. There is this mad scramble to find the face of a league and somehow get this thing back to it being must-watch television. That's what Kobe did. That's what LeBron did. That's what Michael Jordan did. That's what Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, name all the greats. They were must-watch television. LeBron's turning 40, and they still don't have anybody. The Jokic, for whatever reason, like, it's hard to market. Anthony Edwards, maybe. I think the problem is you're trying to figure out how to match the buzz of LeBron. When he came into the league, he was already a superstar. Luka, to me, it feels like this was not just the Mavericks-Lakers decision, but maybe a few billionaires, more than just 2 teams making a deal, maybe even Adam Silver. This worked out way too well to make the league more money. No world does this make sense for the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. I think the number one thing for me that I think of when you just said it is, okay, who is coming in as the face of the league? Like some candidates, right? But think about it like this. I mean, let's do a sample size since 2020 to 2000. Okay,
yep.
So from 2000, the face of the league, it was a transition period, right? So I mean, what's his face? Jordan is on his way out. And Kobe is starting to emerge. And then I would say probably Shaq was the face of the league right then, right? They go on the 3-peat run, right? And then all of a sudden, the duo splits up and all of a sudden Kobe goes on a run, right, by himself. During this time, though, there's a bunch of other faces in the league that are starting to emerge, right? You got a young guy named LeBron James who gets drafted, right? You get a young guy like Carmelo Anthony gets drafted. You have a bunch of young guys.
That whole class,
Dwayne Wade,
Allen.
You have Tim Duncan slowly rising, right? You have Dirk Nowitzki slowly rising. So you have like all these like real stars. Like these are real. Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson is hitting stardom early 2000s. So it's not like there has never been a point in this era where it's been like, man, I don't know who's the face of the league. No, you could just. I mean, Tracy McGrady at one point was everyone's favorite player. I mean, Dwight Howard, you keep going. Kobe Bryant, of course, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry comes into the league. It keeps going. And now you're like, okay, where do we go with this? And I think you said some great names. Anthony Edwards, okay. Now, does it have to be American guy? That's the thing. Okay, we're seeing the emergence of foreign players. Does it have to be American guy? And I'm not saying it has to or it doesn't. I just said
Luka being a Laker tells me no.
You said yeah. So I don't think so either because I mean you see the way Jokic and Embiid but are those guys that can carry the league? And that's obviously a no, right? Those guys aren't.
Dirk Nowitzki. He's the closest one. Did he carry the league?
Yeah, but he had a there was something different about him though. He had that Luka feel to him that like he was a little bit more personable. I just feel like the Jokic thing, like we don't see him in the off season. Like we don't, and I feel like, I mean, when you think about Dirk was always kind of under Tim Duncan in a sense, meaning like, his how big he was, he was in I would say the early stages where he had some good bigs that Dwight Howard had some good runs. You know, I know Dirk was playing more of the 4, but Kevin Garnett had some good runs during that time. So I feel like there were some good 4s while he was playing. You look now and you're like, okay, I thought it was going to be Ja Morant. It looked like it was going to be Ja Morant early, 2 years ago. Like before he got hurt, before the shoulder, it looked like, man, Ja Morant's playing good ball. And then it's like this Anthony Edwards kid. There's something different about him. And then it's kind of like, but when is he going to hit like full stride? And then early on, I think everyone kind of thought it was Jason Tatum, like year 1 and 2, that, this dude's going to be the face of the league. You probably heard every announcer, Mark Jackson, Van Gundy, every announcer calling his games early on. Mm-hmm. They were all talking about, man, he's going to be the face of the league. And so now, who knows who's going to be the face of the league for real? But if you were to pick someone, say, and it's in the Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I don't know if he's that type of individual, because it's not only play, right? Because if it was play, then a lot of people could have been the face of the league, but they weren't, right? But I don't know. It's an interesting dynamic and interesting conversation.
Yeah, it feels like. It does feel like to be the face of the league, like you got to play for the biggest franchise. It used to be the Bulls.
Yeah.
Now it's the Lakers. Actually, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look. Like Jordan just was so damn good. He made it happen over there at Chicago. Like he was the guy just undeniably going to be the face of the league because of how good he was. And of course, Phil Jackson being the head coach, you get the roster that he has around him. They built that thing into just an unstoppable force. Tatum, for whatever reason, doesn't seem to have that next level of talent where people consider him the next face of the league. People thought it was Ja Morant. Yeah. You're right. Injuries and also this what are we doing moments. It definitely hurt him.
That was big. That was in a critical time too, where he was
on the come up.
He was on the come up. He was hot as boiling water. Like it was everybody, people was dyeing their dreads like him and doing the dances and doing, like all that stuff. And yeah, that's unfortunate, honestly, because I feel like he had a real chance.
Very unfortunate over a toy. Crazy. Let's see. We do got Jordan P chiming in here. Centers. Let's see. Yeah, Ja blew it. More of the same. He does mention Paolo. I'm not sure where he's going with it, but Paolo Banchero on the Magic.
We didn't mention him. Yeah.
Another really good young player.
Yeah.
I just don't. The problem is like I don't feel confident with any of these. And how it was decided in the past, it was like you just looked at LeBron or any of those guys, and it was very clear there's nobody else. Like it's this guy. Maybe there was like a month, 2 months where you thought there was an argument for the other guy, but they're just so damn dominant that didn't matter. That's why with Jokic, I am a little bit surprised. Is it just his personality that he can't be the face of the league? Because he's doing stuff that's unreal.
Maybe it's play style, Harrison. Maybe it's not as. You think of face of the league. The last face, like real faces. Let's go through this. Let's get some real names. Let's get some real solidified names. So let's go 2000 to let's go by every 4 years. Okay. So 2000 to 04. You would say it's Shaq or Kobe. They had 3-peat. I would say Shaq. He's the MVP of those teams.
Nah, no way. It's Kobe.
That's insane.
He was drafted in 96, so he was well into hooping out. It's always been Kobe. If we're talking about real faces.
But he never won an MVP.
Nah, it's Kobe.
Who was the best player on those teams, Harrison?
Shaq early, then Kobe took it to that next level.
Okay, so we can go Kobe. We can go Kobe with that.
Just because, and I'm not even doing this to be snarky. I'm just saying, if we're doing like real quote unquote faces of the league, like you got to be you can't just like, oh, it's here for a year. Then you were never really the face. Like it was that short lasting. I think it was a little bit of it's not Kobe yet, but it's becoming Kobe. If that makes sense.
I honestly, it has to be one of those two. So whatever it is. Okay, so from 04 to 08, I would say it's Kobe.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think that one's the argument. And then from 08 to 2012, I think this is where LeBron gets in there. But this is kind of
Spurs era.
Yeah, this might. I mean,
Different.
11 was Spurs. 10 was Kobe.
Let's see. I know they got
9 was Spurs, I believe.
Yeah, let's pull it up and
8.
stop guessing. So 9, 10, 11. Yeah, okay, man, the Kobe Bryant era. So just going. So we said 2000. That is the Shaq era in your mind because Lakers win 1-2 in a row. Or excuse me, they win 3 in a row. Shaq is the MVP in all of those. Spurs get it in 03. Lakers back with 04. And then again, Spurs in 05. Mavericks is 06. 2010 is we're back to the 2009, 2010 is the Lakers Pau Gasol era. So that's when Kobe gets 2 more with Phil Jackson. And then it's the Mavericks again. And then it's Miami Heat, Spurs, Warriors, Cavs, Warriors, Raptors, Kawhi Leonard, Lakers, Bucks. Now we're at today.
Okay, so from 08 to 12, I'll give that to Kobe again.
Okay, so 08 to and I apologize. 08, I forgot Boston got it. So it wasn't 3 in a row, it was 2 in a row because Boston did get that one 2-4 in 08, and then it was 09, 10. That's Pau Gasol and Kobe Bryant. 11. That's the Dirk Nowitzki where they steal it from the Heat. At what point? Yeah. See, this is. I'm glad you're here.
So LeBron gets in there from 12 to 16, right? How can you say otherwise?
Who got there?
How can you say otherwise?
Okay.
Now, we're not going off just championships though. Because think about it. I'm
not. But I'm getting there. I think.
What is the point you're about to make?
You might have to split an era here.
With who?
Steph.
I'm sorry, no.
I'm being serious. Steph Curry.
So LeBron never has a 4-year run.
No, he does.
That's insane.
He does. I think the 4-year run starts
is 12 to 16. He won the first 2 years.
Miami Heat. Then it's the Spurs. Then it's the Warriors.
Okay,
I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what LeBron's biggest goof up was letting Dirk beat you in 2011. Takes away the 3-peat. I'll give it to I'd have to look to see when Steph Curry started popping off, but I'll say it's LeBron for 4 years. And then I think as soon as the Warriors won it, though, that's why I say they kind of split an era. I
don't believe so. Okay, but who was the face I'm talking the face of the league. I'm not talking about who won or who was good. I'm talking about the face of the league. If anything, Harrison, honestly, I think Kobe and LeBron split an era in 08 to 012.
I'd say Kobe was him and then clearly was no longer. The Kobe LeBron era felt like it never got there because LeBron couldn't do it. All right, like LeBron couldn't ever meet Kobe in the finals. So no, it was a clean handoff.
Obviously he played for the Lakers and had a god squad. I mean,
well, yeah, LeBron was just saying, he was just gonna pick a team anyways. He just should have picked the team earlier.
All right, that is ridiculous. The Cavs wouldn't help him. He goes to the finals and gets swept by the Spurs, and the next year they give him Monte Ellis. Like,
I don't know. That one year you had a good team, and they got worked by Dwight Howard and the Magic. I think that was the year they were supposed to meet up.
Out of his 10 years there. I mean, give him help after they beat the Pistons. They beat the Pistons in 05, I believe.
05 was the San Antonio Spurs beat the Pistons in 05.
Okay, and what's the next year?
Then it was the Mavericks losing to the Heat. In 07, it was the Spurs beating the Cavaliers. 08, Lakers losing to the Bucks.
Yeah, 07. I mean, in the Eastern Championship, I mean, Bron's playing a LeBron's playing a established Pistons team that just went to the finals 2 years before and beats them, and can't get no help the year after. Gets no help. So that Cavs situation was ridiculous. Okay, so now from 2018 to 2022, where are we at, Harrison?
So 2000. Just real quick, where do you land on the era between Steph and LeBron? This is just LeBron's era, or you want to split it? I'll give Steph a year, but I will say LeBron is definitely still more of the face of the league. It was just that year where Steph was.
So we open up. This is the problem, though. We open up the history books, and you're gonna say, okay, who was the greatest player to ever play this game? Oh, it's Kobe Bryant. No, it's not.
Yeah, but I mean, you could do this with Jordan's stats, and he's in certain categories, like he's going to fade away just because of the game today, and he already kind of is, but we don't mistake Michael Jordan for being him.
Facts. I mean, I think you do have to split the Steph era. I mean, he changed the game, so I agree with you, but it's just tough.
It's literally just like Cavs, Warriors, Cavs. It was nuts. Yeah. It's hard not to split that, and they were just trading blows, but then LeBron, you give the ultimate nod to LeBron for pulling off the 3-1 and blocking Iguodala from behind is just an all-time iconic play that said, no, this year, at least the very least, this year's mine. I'll be willing to split it, but I will say more LeBron's era. Nonetheless, 2018, that's the final breakup of the Warriors Cavs matchup. Whose league is it since 2019? That's kind of the question. Is it Steph's league? Because they lose to the Raptors, and then they're not back until 2022, and now it's
nobody's. That's the problem.
Raptors, Lakers, Bucks, Warriors, Nuggets, Boston. The parity's gone.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you go by MVPs, you're gonna go what, Embiid or Jokic? No, I mean, it's just like the face of the league. What that means, like you're the brand of the league, like. You're the one on the commercials. When we talk about NBA, you have to bring up their name. Like, even as good as Jokic has been during those years, and Embiid, back-to-back MVPs, doing all this amazing things, even during that time, I mean, James Harden had more stardom than them during his runs, like in 2016 and 2017. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the individuals have had runs where they become the face of the league for a year. And it's super rare, but it's happened. Like a Derrick Rose in 2011. Like all of a sudden he just becomes like, it's almost like the world stops and like, there's just like an emergence of a player. Of course, the career doesn't transpire as the way we thought, but like for me, at least, it's like, I mean, that time period is so weird,
Yeah. I think the best way to do this is probably just like a jersey sale numbers, right? Let's see. Yeah. I mean, bringing in revenue.
Yeah, that's. I mean, and you're not gonna get it. I mean, the jersey sales ain't gonna be for I would say quote unquote bad players. So I mean,
okay, we can play this game, and I know a lot of it's changed just because I am curious to see what Luka's is. I think he's like number 1 in jersey sales right now, but that's because that's by far the best. So I'm not gonna totally rank that in there. Kind of surprising. Halfway through the year, who is, if we're using jersey sales as the measuring stick, who is the face of the league?
Right now?
This was halfway through the year. So it would have been, make sure I get this one. They tallied this one up last month. So I don't know what it is, but this was last month. At the top of last month.
Is it Luka?
Nope.
Is Bron?
Nope.
Curry?
Yeah, I told you they split an era. It's Steph Curry in the Warriors. Who's number 2?
Really?
Yeah, I'm surprised too. This is 2024-25 season. I had to do a double check because the Warriors are not good this year. But no, he's actually still number 1. Number 2.
Bron.
Yep, we'll go to 5. That's how we're going to do this. Then we'll throw it to break. Number 3.
Is Tatum in there?
Yeah, number 3 is Tatum.
I'll go.
Number 4, big market team. I don't know if you're going to get him.
Okay, big market team.
Yeah.
I'm going. Okay, let me think. Let me cook. KD.
No, big market team. Suns I wouldn't consider big market.
Okay, bigger.
It's literally, there's when I think of big market teams, there's like 3. And this one definitely, it's got an iconic venue.
Well, I mean, you got the Garden. You got
It's the Garden.
Lakers.
But who on that team? This one surprises me. And this purely tells you you cannot be the face of the league unless you play on one of these big market teams. This guy's
Jaylen Brown.
Brunson. Yeah, you were close. Brown's on the Celtics.
Wait, bro, that was the first name that came in my head. What?
Yeah,
I wasn't thinking Brunson.
Number 4. Like, it's kind of crazy. He is a good player, don't get me wrong. But then number 5, we're going to throw this one in here. Sometimes you can just break things if you're that guy. Number 5, small market team, jersey sales.
Okay, so small market.
It's kind of obvious when you think about it. It's
obvious. Okay. I mean, the hottest players are Shea Gill, Jokic, Luka.
You're like backtracking. You had it. You just started to say it, and now you're backtracking.
Victor?
What'd you say?
Wembanyama?
Yeah, number 5, Victor Wembanyama. The San Antonio Spurs is number 5. I won't make you guess the rest. I'll just list them off for everybody who's curious. Number 6, Anthony Edwards. Yeah, we're over on time here. Number 6, Anthony Edwards. 7, Ja Morant. 8 was Luka Doncic. Now that he's a Laker, he's probably going to be number 1 next month. 9, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 10, Jokic. To me, the best player in the world is number 10 in jersey sales. So marketability is a big thing. 11, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. 12 is LaMelo Ball on the lowly Hornets. Again, marketability. Kevin Durant, 13 on the Suns. Devin Booker, 14 on the Suns. 15, Donovan Mitchell. And the number 1 selling team when it comes to jerseys and NBA merchandise is, who do you got?
Boston.
Yeah, Boston. Lakers are number 2, though. And my Chicago Bulls all the way down there at number 5. We'll throw it to break. Chancellor, what do you want to talk about next on segment number 2? I'll let you tease.
Yeah, we got some NFL talk. We got to talk about it.
All right, we'll talk Super Bowl next. Don't go anywhere. What's brewing, Chance Brewington?
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
February is American Heart Month, the perfect time to focus on your health. Even a small change can make a big impact on your heart health. Try adding a vegetable to your dinner or a no-salt seasoning. Looking for support in making these small changes? Join a healthy living program to learn about healthy lifestyle changes with a supportive and encouraging group. Search Chronic Disease Nebraska for more information. Paid for by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Gentlemen, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Don't be that guy running to the store for flowers and a card on your way home. Hey, Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. We have great Valentine's gifts in store now. And if you spend $99, we'll throw in a free bouquet of a dozen roses. Give her what she really wants this year and let us do the rest. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, your hometown jeweler since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island. Online at sartorheyman.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Attention! For the entire month of February, Acres has John Deere packaged oil and filters for 15% off. John Deere engineers its oil filters specifically for large ag equipment and commercial and residential mowers. With premium materials, these filters meet the unique demands of your farm and acreage. Following a strict maintenance routine with premium John Deere oil and filters ensures your equipment will run efficiently for years. Visit your local Acres store to start shopping today.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Back to What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome back in. What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington? We got the host, as always, Chancellor, streaming in. You guys can always join in using the Sartor Hamann text line or any of these streams. Switching it up here on segment number 2, we're going to talk a little bit about the Super Bowl. It was an absolute smackdown. Yeah, I did say a few times I thought it could be very similar to the same way the Buccaneers with Tom Brady beat the Chiefs in that Super Bowl, where it was a dominant defensive performance. That was, I didn't think it would be that good, though. I was just completely impressed by how good that Eagles defense was. I know on paper it said they would be good, but damn. I mean, that was punt, interception, punt. They didn't get anything going until about 38 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Thoughts on Eagles putting really just one of the biggest blowouts we've seen in the Super Bowl in a long time, especially if you consider what that fourth quarter was, taking all the starters out from the Eagles.
Yeah, it was huge. It was huge. I think of, like, it didn't start off as, it was kind of deceiving because it felt like the first half, like,
yeah, the first few possessions were 3 and outs, I think, weren't they, for both teams?
Yeah. But it was like, it was deceiving. I'll say deceiving because it always felt like Mahomes was right. Like, he was going to turn it on. Like, it felt like, it's going to be this drive. And then it's like, even third quarter, even like fourth quarter, like with, all the time left, it's like, the game's still not over yet. Like, you could kind of see it on the Eagle sideline. I would say it probably settled in, around the 8-minute mark. Like, you're like, okay, they're not going to come back. But, he struggled. I think it was the same theme of the Tampa Bay game where they were just sending pressure and they were executing on all ends. A.J. Brown played a good game. Jalen Hurts wasn't missing throws. And they weren't running the ball that well. And that was what was interesting is they weren't, start the game off. They're not running the ball well. And one thing, I mean, when they're loading the box up like that, no safety help over AJ Brown. That you got to take your shots, and they took some shots, and got some offensive PIs, got some other things. I thought AJ Brown played really good, and we'll get into this, but I think there's a conversation to be had about Jalen Hurts in history. To be honest with you, I mean, you think about what he's been in the league for 6 years. 6 years, I believe. This is his 6th year, and now
when did he get out of Bama? He won the Heisman, came out of Bama, got a Super Bowl.
Or he came out of Oklahoma.
Didn't he get a championship at Bama as well?
Yeah, he did his freshman year. Year.
I'm trying to think because I'm thinking like because he's got a championship, a Heisman, and a Super Bowl. That's gotta be a short list of guys. Sorry to cut you off.
Or no, well, he's been to a
Super Bowls, but now he's actually got the hardware. I'm trying, man. I'd have to look up how many guys have done that, but it can't be a very big list.
Yeah, and I know he's been on some. I mean, the Eagles team that's a top-notch team. I mean, that's one of the best well-constructed rosters in the offseason we've seen in a long time. I mean, we're talking like Tampa Bay a few years ago, or really the Eagles first time around, when they had that star-studded defense
with Nick Foles taking over late in the season, Carson Wentz,
originally. or really even just the Eagles a few years ago. I mean, that defense that they went to Super Bowl in 22. I mean, best defense by far, wasn't even close in the NFL. And so you look at what Jalen Hurts is doing right now, and it's so awesome because it's coming off of a really rough year. I mean, last year, in between you go Super Bowl and then they lose in the wild card game last year, and then now they get back to the Super Bowl. So it's like if Jalen Hurts, this team is a good team. I mean, I don't think you can watch the Eagles for the past 4.5, 5 years and say, no, like they're a good team. It's just really for me, the way I look at it is like, okay, is Jalen Hurts gonna not turn the ball over? And they win games. I mean, if he doesn't turn the ball over, they win games. And you see this year, I mean, he throws 4 or 5 picks after last year, throwing 15 or 11, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he's the missing link, and if he can just now form consistent years and keep this thing going. And I don't think it's a thing where success gets to his head. I think he's a humble individual. It seems like it, right? It seems like he's a well-rounded dude who, has that moral compass, has that internal drive. But I think moving forward, man, if there's a way, man, you obviously retain Saquon, and he has the best season of his career, one of the best seasons of a running back of all time, if not, a top 5 performance of all time. Put him in the conversation with the 2K backs, the 2,000-yard backs in the season. It seems like, and you got really young pieces on the defense, and it seems like you're bringing in guys who just plug in and play really, really well. Sweat playing good. Davis was banged up, of course, but Jalen Carter playing good. You got the young dude out of Georgia, the DN, he plays good. I mean, you got Braun, the linebacker. You got Cooper DeJean playing good. You got Sidney Brown playing good. You got Slay, older, getting older. He's playing good. Chauncey Gardner Johnson, whatever his name is. He's playing like you got all these guys, and when first of all, when an organization spends money, that's the key. And then you get the right guys there, and they're doing it.
Well, like they only brought like 4 dudes every time they were rushing. They got like 6 sacks, rushing 4, get enough pressure for Cooper DeJean to have a pick 6. I mean, the white corner tandem's unreal. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. You get 2 of those guys. And because you guys play against Cooper DeJean, right? Or were you graduated?
Yeah, and Riley Moss.
Yeah, I mean, Cooper DeJean at Iowa, knew how unreal he was. But were you expecting it to be this damn good in the NFL? Like he's locking down wide receiver ones. It's unreal how good Cooper DeJean is already. A little bit ironic and funny, don't get me wrong, but like it's also just real. He is a menace. Now, that interception was just a really bad. I don't know where Mahomes was going with that one, or if he just didn't see Cooper DeJean. But despite that, like throughout the regular season, Cooper DeJean's been a monster.
Yeah, he's been consistent. He's been consistent, and that's like, you look at the college tape, and you're like, okay, this dude is a special athlete.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you look at, high school basketball, high school football, track, everything, right? Like and physically, like it's not, there's never a thing with him where it's like physically, I don't know if he's going to be able to, tackle or hit or do those things. Like, no, he's got all the X factors, and he's a punt returner, and he's a kick returner. So he's got everything. I mean, there's nothing that he doesn't have.
Yeah, it sucks for anybody going against him because he really is good. The Eagles defense is just stacked with players.
It's like, bro, they have Keely Ringo. A star corner out of Georgia, sealed the national championship games as a backup.
And you got Vic Fangio leading that entire thing. Vic Fangio, by the way. This defense, we talked about the wild card game last year. This team's defense stunk last year. It was really good, and then it got really bad, and then Vic Fangio came back in, and now it's the number one defense I've seen in a long time. Which defense do you like more? The heavily influenced Husker team on Buccaneers team that had a decent amount of Huskers on it, or this Eagles defense that had I don't know if it had any Huskers on defense. Obviously, Juergens, Nick Wright, O'Shawn Mathis, or the other Eagles. I'm not sure where.
O'Shawn.
Is Nick Wright the other one that I'm blanking on, or Nick Gate?
Yeah. Nick Gate, I think, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, you only have the one play on the offensive side of the ball. Not my point. It is cool to see more Huskers go get a Super Bowl, though. What's better defense, that Buccaneers team or this year's Eagles?
That Bucs defense was nasty.
Yeah, it was. But this Eagles defense is slapstick.
I would say Eagles just because the back end, because you had that was the liability with that Bucs team was just DB wise. You had Antoine Winfield, I believe. You had some decent guys, but it was that was the liability. But the front seven for that Bucs team was just unreal.
I might actually go with the Bucs. I forgot. Final score was 31-9. So they never gave up a touchdown all game. Patrick Mahomes was 26 for 49 with 2 interceptions. Leading rusher was Clyde Edwards-Helaire with 9 carries for 64 yards. Let's see. They had Okay, so to be fair though, it was a game of the Chiefs playing the Buccaneers a lot more of bend don't break. Chiefs,
right.
Total yards, they actually got a lot more than the Buccaneers, 350 to the Buccaneers 340. A lot of that turnovers, great spot to be. Not a lot of yards to go to score for the Buccaneers, but passing yards they lost in. The only thing they were better in than the Chiefs were on offense was rushing yards, and they beat them by less than 30 in that category. So I'm going to give you, I'll go with you, Eagles.
Yeah.
It was negative yards. It was 1, 2, 3 sacks, or excuse me, back-to-back sacks, and then the third one, pressure's coming, and that's the Cooper DeJean pick 6. They couldn't even move the ball. So I think I'm with you. Looking at the stats, I'd roll the Eagles too, because those stats they're actually pretty negative at the start of that game for the Chiefs. With that being said, we'll throw out the break here. We got, let's see, maybe quite a few more segments on the other side here. So don't go anywhere. What's Brewing? Chancellor Brewington, 402-464-5685. You guys want to join in? That is the Sartor Hamann text line. Talk to you in a little bit.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Gentlemen, Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Don't be that guy running to the store for flowers and a card on your way home. Hey, Rick Heyman here from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. We have great Valentine's gifts in store now. And if you spend $99, we'll throw in a free bouquet of a dozen roses. Give her what she really wants this year and let us do the rest. Sartor Heyman Jewelers, your hometown jeweler since 1905 in Lincoln and Grand Island. Online at sartorheyman.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Back to What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment, What's Brewing? Chancellor Brewington got the host as always. Brewington, I'll throw it to you. We can talk about a few things. We haven't talked about Husker Hoops as they push it to 4 straight, but nonetheless, it's your show. Where do you want to go with it?
Yeah, 4 straight, man. 4 straight. I would be lying to the people if I said I watched any of it. I'm be honest with you. If you watch the show, you know there's a hang up with me with college basketball, but
there's also on Super Bowl Sunday, so it was kind of tucked behind everything. If there was a day for people to miss Husker Hoops, yesterday was probably the day that people did.
I get a pass then. I get a pass.
I think so.
I'm happy for him. We did a predictor, was it probably like 2 weeks ago, of how they're going to end up, and I think we're spot on right now.
Yeah, somehow we took the most optimistic schedule go through, and it's working because they actually did just start rattling off. You were more optimistic than me. I said we weren't going to get to 20. Now we look. Let me just look it up real quick for Husker basketball. But we're pretty likely to get to 20. I think we just can't drop 4. I think we have 3 games left to draw on either 7 games left in the schedule. So we're sitting pretty good. Ranked opponents wise, you're looking at Michigan, who is upper 20s, and same thing with Maryland, who's our next game, upper 20s. I don't think we got anybody even in the 10 to 20 range, let alone top 10. So how confident are you now that this team gets to 20 as they got some room to wiggle on top of it?
Man, they say I don't agree with this statement, but in this scenario, it does reign true. Ignorance is bliss for me, and I think they're gonna do amazing, man. I don't even want to know the opponent's record. I'm just gonna say they're gonna win out. How many more games we got? 4, 5.
Let's see. So road to 20. They are 16-8, so they only need 4 wins, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, they have 7 games. They can drop 3.
Let's go 5-2.
I like it. You only got 2 ranked opponents left as it sits. 25 Maryland, which is next, but it's at home, and then 20 Michigan, but it's also at home. And then you get Iowa for a revenge game at home. You get a quote unquote weaker Minnesota team who has its moments, but you get them at home. Northwestern, a little bit scary on the road, but they're lacking. And you get what has been a bad Penn State team on the road. The rest of the schedule, again, as a fan, I can objectively look at it and kind of pick it out what the road looks like. As a player, you guys probably never doing that, but it's very manageable. I mean, really, all these games, I like Nebraska. I look at Nebraska on paper as the better team in every single one of these outside of maybe Michigan, because I just haven't watched a ton of Michigan ball this year. But yeah, I mean, it's a good opportunity for Nebraska basketball to go out and make a tourney run as they're sitting locked in right now. If the season would end today by most projections.
Well, let them boys cook then. Let them boys cook. That's what I'm gonna say. Let them cook. I mean, you got nothing to lose. You really got nothing to lose, man. I'll be excited for him either way because I think I don't know. I just think Nebraska sports is gonna take a turn. I really do. I think there's just gonna be an emergence, and maybe it starts with this basketball team. Maybe it starts with I don't know what's a spring sport.
Husker Bowling is getting ready to go crazy right now. Their
come on.
regionals is March. I think it's April. So the regionals April, and then from regionals they go to the big tournament, and they're number 1 ranked right now in the country. They got Jillian Martin, who is she probably is kind of like what LeBron was coming up through the basketball world.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding. The praise she gets is
That's a big comparison.
It's a big comparison, but I mean, she just went to Hong Kong with Team USA and she won gold there with her team. She's really good. Big. Yeah. So, I mean, she's a phenomenal bowler, and it's not just her. I mean, the team's really deep. There's a reason why they're number 1 overall. So maybe that program brings the magic. If it's Husker basketball, I'd love to see that too. Or it can be everybody. If everybody just wants to start winning in Nebraska, I'd absolutely love it. With that being said, though, I'll ask you this. Final thoughts on Husker hoops, and if they do go dancing, any chance they're going to go out there, depending on which location? Would you ever want to go to a March Madness game?
Like me, personally?
Yeah, have you ever been to one?
No.
That's crazy. I thought you'd be too done. Because, like me, being in the boonies out here in Hartington, Nebraska, population of 1,600, I found some. You got to go. They're like some of the best atmospheres ever. I'll ask you this. We got 30 seconds left. And if Nebraska basketball makes it, will you go to the game?
No.
All right. All right, let's get to wrap it up for us. I wish we could wrap up on something nicer. Chancellor Brewington, where can they find you if they want to follow?
I don't know. I'm everywhere, man.
All right, just check the link. I got his Twitter right there, scrolling across the bottom. You know where to find him. Chancellor Brewington, appreciate it as always. We'll talk to you guys tonight.
I used to smoke. I thought of cigarettes as my best friend.
They were always there for me when I needed a break.
I also thought cigarettes were my best friend, and then they gave me peripheral artery disease.
I smoked and had a stroke. Actually, multiple strokes.
I smoked and have heart disease. Here's my tip.
If cigarettes are your friend, you need a better friend.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony.